Hello and welcome back, everybody, for another live stream. It is Wednesday, the 29th of May. And of course, as we always do, we will go through the Bitcoin technical analysis, talk about what's happened, what is happening, and what we kind of expect to happen as well, and any trades that we are looking to enter into as well. As of right now, I have literally just entered into a long trade on Bitcoin. As you can see here, I have that long trade open, and I'm basically literally just trading this range until the range breaks. Right, it's yesterday, right? On the stream yesterday, I entered into this long trade here. Okay, I entered into this long trade on the stream yesterday. We can actually take a look at it right here. So this was the stream from, as you can see here, 22 hours ago, and this was towards the end of the stream, and I actually entered into a long trade just off of a simple swing failure pattern of the low. Okay, we had some, it wasn't the best setup, right? But we had some nice long imbalances coming in, and I was literally just viewing this as a range and thinking, right, okay, open interest is very flat. We can probably just see price starting to range here. So that's exactly what I was looking for, and as you can actually see, price after entering into that long trade rose all the way up to the TP1 at the mid range, okay, and then all the way up to the TP2 at the range high. And of course, I updated the team on the Visionary Discord. So here I said TP1 on the long. I entered on stream, not the long from the morning, okay, from this morning, because that morning I actually entered into a long trade as well there. But as you can see, we got a rise up to mid range, took a TP1 there. And then, late last night, early this morning. Okay, so it was about 3 o'clock this morning. We actually tapped range high, and this is when I told the team I closed the majority of the long that we opened on the stream yesterday, and I closed 50% of the long that I entered into yesterday, just because I established, right, okay, we've come up to range high here. We formed a failed auction of range high. There is a high probability that we could come back down to range low down here, possibly even taking out the very low of the range at $67,180. As you can see, that's exactly what has happened. And then I actually also went on to say that I've moved the stop loss to entry on the long trades as well. So these have been some really profitable long trades, and I can't really complain, to be honest with you. Initially for the long trade that I entered into down here, I was targeting like the VWAP for TP1 and then TP2 all the way up at $70,700. But again, I say this quite a lot. As a trader, you do need to adjust to the markets. Okay, you can't try and get the markets to adjust to you. You need to adjust to the markets. And I understand, okay, right, this is a time where I need to adjust to the markets. Okay, I had a target of like $70,700. But I thought, right, the best thing to do is to probably just take some profit early here, because, it is nice profit. As you can see here, $750 in a profit, right? It's nice profit that I can take here, move the stop loss to entry, just make it a risk-free trade, right? Because I can accept it. I was correct in my decision to enter into the long trade, because initially we have seen a rise, but I was slightly incorrect with the targets that I was looking for, because the market has now sort of given us some more information, right? We've got more information, and yeah, the market just wants to range here. That's perfectly okay. So I will take some profit at range high, move the stop loss to entry, make it a risk-free trade, and then I will trade this range until the range breaks. That's literally what I am doing at this moment in time. Now, I would absolutely love to have been short from this range high right here. If I was awake, I would have entered into the short from the range high, because it was an acceptable short, yeah, an acceptable short trade. Unfortunately, like I said, right, this was 3 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. 3 o'clock, yeah, 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30. Right, that's all of the time that we were up there. Okay, so that was from 3 o'clock to around 5:30, let's say. So yeah, I was asleep at this time. Right, I don't get up till um, sometimes I try and get up at 6 a.m. if I know I have a busy day, but I tend to not. I don't tend to get up until about 7 a.m. So yeah, I wasn't awake, and when I did wake up right here, okay, first thing I did was come to my computer, and I saw this, and I thought, right, okay, it's probably the best thing to do is probably to take some profit here, move the stop loss to entry, make it risk free, because I understand that the highest probability move now is probably a move to range low, right? First of all, of course, mid range. Then if we lose that, which we did, okay, we lost it here, back tested it as resistance, and then got a continuation to range low. So yeah, that for me was the correct decision, right? So I am now out of that long trade, okay, but it was a profitable long trade. And then yeah, I am now out of this long trade that I entered into on the live stream yesterday. So I'm out of that as well. And yeah, literally just before I went live, it was a few minutes before I went live, I entered into this long trade here, right? So yeah, we can actually bring that long trade up again. Oh, where have we gone? Here. So yeah, here you go. Why are we disappearing here? Yeah, so we've got this long trade here, as you can see, and I'm looking to, of course, exactly the same as yesterday's long trade, right? Exactly the same setup. Okay, TP1 at mid range, TP2 at range high. Very, very simple. Move the stop loss to entry. Okay, by the time, right, let's say, right, price rises to all the way up to range high, okay, then I will close 80% of the initial 100% of the capital that I put into the trade. So I will take 80% out and let the rest of the 20% ride. So if it rides to stop loss, okay, I'm fine with that. But what I'm waiting for really is a range break towards the upside. Okay, and anticipating that range break towards the upside. So if we do get the range break towards the upside, I do want to be in a long trade, and I want to be taking advantage of that. It's the exact same if I was short from up here, right? It would be the exact same if I was short from up here. I would take a TP1 here. I'd take a TP2 here. Okay. Stop loss would, of course, be at entry. And yeah, I would still have about 20% of the initial 100% capital I put into the trade still in the trade, just in case we do get a range break towards the downside and we see lower prices. Okay. I have to prepare myself for all scenarios. And that's exactly what I did with this long trade here. TP1 here, TP2 here. Stop loss, of course, was moved. We back. It said I got a connection. It said it was reconnecting. So I got my Wi-Fi has been playing up recently, and even my where is my phone there? Even my um 4G, 3G, 4G on my phone. Well, yeah, not well, 4G and 5G now, isn't it? So even that's been playing up recently. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's just my area, if it's everybody, but yeah, it's not been great. But yeah, where were we? So yeah, literally, for me, it's always a good idea to just leave a little bit left in the trade. Stop loss at entry, of course, and just see if you can get that move right. If you can get that that range break. Okay, range trading for me, I always leave a little bit left in just to see if we get that range break towards the upside or towards the downside, and yeah, just to literally take as much profit from the market as possible, right? Of course, you want to lock in the TP1, you want to lock in a TP2, you want to move that stop loss to entry. You're not going to become a profitable trader unless you take profits. And I always say, right, mid range, perfect take profit point. Range high, perfect take profit point. Okay, if you were to not take profit at mid range here or range high, look what would have happened, right? You would have come all the way back down and you would have got stopped out. Okay, of course, there's another long entry here, but you would have just missed out on this move. Okay, you would have been in a trade, but you would have missed out on the move. So yeah, taking profits, the best thing to do. You're not going to be a profitable trader unless you are taking profits, right? Let's take a look at the order flow because this is a little bit of the reason why I've entered into the long trade. So we can see, of course, right, um, on the move towards the downside, right? So this is the 15-minute. So let's view it on the 15-minute, okay? Because this is kind of how I was viewing it. So we got a break towards the downside on the 15-minute. Okay, then we got acceptance. Then we got a failed auction back above that range low. I was looking at it on the 30-minute, but it wasn't giving me enough information. So I zoomed into the 15-minute and I thought, right, okay, rather than viewing it as a swing failure pattern on the 30-minute, let's view it as a failed auction on the 15-minute. Okay, I really like trading failed auctions as well. So it's great. Okay, and what we can see, right, is initially it's really hard to look at this open interest, okay, because it is so flat at the moment. But yeah, what we've seen is on this little move down here, we've seen open interest has been increasing. I know it's ever so slightly, okay, but we're viewing this on a small time frame anyway, so it's okay. But initially, right, open interest is increasing slightly on this move down. We can see here that minus 4 million negative delta. We have 14 million volume coming in here, and then what we can see in the next candle on the failed auction candle, right, is we can see longs coming in, not a major amount of longs, but initially it's a small time frame again. So, but we can see, right, negative delta tapers off. That's kind of what we are viewing. Okay, negative delta tapering off, volume tapering off as well. And yeah, we can see that open interest is rising. We've got lots of long imbalances, okay, stacked long imbalances as well. And yeah, initially, right, it was just a simple failed auction of the range low. Okay, this is looking okay for me to enter into a long. Of course, like it's not the best, right? But again, we're viewing this on a smaller time frame. Okay, we understand that the market the market is at a very difficult stage right now. I believe it's because we're at that 1 billion mark on the open interest where price action is just really horrible. Yeah, it's just not the greatest. But initially, right, what did I say this morning, right? So it was the past 6 trades that I have taken, okay, and you can scroll through the Discord as well, okay, the past 6 trades that I have taken. Again, yeah, we're back. Hopefully, we're back. So yeah, it is possible to extract profits from the market, even though it is in a difficult stage, right? It is in a difficult stage. So yeah, again, it's all about adapting to the market. You can't, this was a big mistake that I made when I was getting into trading, right? I felt as though I was owed something from the markets, okay? But you are never ever owed anything from these markets, okay? And I always felt that the market needed to adjust to me, okay? But that's not the case. You need to adjust to the markets. profit early is market at this moment in time. A perfect example was the long trade that I entered into down here, right? Initially, like I'm targeting up here, I'm targeting up here, okay. But I understand right now we've come up and we've actually started to form a range here. So okay, we're up here. We're probably going to come back down to range low. So I'm going to take a TP, a TP here, move that stop loss to entry. Okay, so that's how I've adjusted to the markets, right? We can zoom out. And you can see, right, previously this price action was actually really nice. It was still a little bit difficult on the lower time frames, but this is why I was trading the 8 hour time frame, because it was a little bit clearer. Well, it was a lot clearer. This was like really, really nice price action to be trading. Took loads of trades on this on literally just the 8 hour time frame. But yeah, you just have to adjust your time frame as well to whatever suits the market, right? Whatever suits the market, adjust the time frame. Looking at this here, this is pretty horrible price action to be trading. Of course, at the moment, I've kind of simplified it. I'm just sort of ignoring everything that has happened previously, and I'm just focusing on what is happening from ever since Tuesday, the 28th of May at 2:45. That is, how I'm viewing price action at this moment in time, because this is the only thing that I see tradable at this moment in time. This is all I can see that that we can trade. Bitcoin's been a little bit difficult at the moment. I've been saying it a lot. It has been difficult. It has. But yeah, again, you just need to adjust to it. And yeah, the trades are there. Maybe they're not the best trades. Maybe you know they take longer than usual. Okay, they take longer than usual to play out. And I've noticed that, of course, as well. The trades that I've entered into, they've been very, very choppy. Um, but it's patience, right? Exercising patience is very important as well. So yeah, right now I'm literally going to trade this range till it breaks. Ideally, like I said earlier, I would really like to be short from up here, but like I said, I was asleep at this time, so I did miss that. Um, because yeah, we could still, right? I understand that we could still get a range break towards the downside here. Um, so I could get stopped out of this trade, and I would like to be taking advantage of another move towards the downside if we do get a range break towards the downside. I did take a short, but it did get stopped out at entry. I did move the stop loss to entry after taking profit. Yeah, so this was. Yeah, so that was the long. Yeah, so I took a short here. Again, this is another example of, when I've taken a trade and I'm expecting lower prices, right? But I've taken a TP1 here, okay, at this low, because now I'm looking at this and thinking, initially, right, I'm targeting these lows down here, okay, like $66,800. But now I'm looking at this as, right, okay, we're forming a range here. So maybe it's a good idea to take some profit here, move the stop loss to entry, right? I've extracted profit from the market here. Yes, it's not come to where I've wanted it to. It's not been the best trade. Okay, if you look a few weeks ago, how I've entered into a trade, and price action wasn't doing this choppiness here. Okay, it was literally just doing what I expected it to do, which was either to come straight down or to go straight up. But I understand it here, right? Okay, we've got a range potentially forming here. So yeah, I took some profit on that short, and then I entered into a long trade there. I entered into a long trade, and yeah, that long trade was very successful as well. We came up to a TP1. I initially I missed the first TP1 because I was asleep. But yeah, we got a pullback, and then we saw a rise towards the upside. I think we might have had some short absorption here, which is why I remained in that trade. I was still confident we would see a rise. So we came up to mid-range. Did I move? Yeah, stop loss was moved to, oh no, sorry, TP2. Then we took a TP2 at range high. So yeah, there I would have extracted what I did extract. Well, I take out 80% of the initial 100% capital I had in the trade, and then move the stop loss to entry. Right, move the stop loss to entry. Very, very simple there. And yeah, I think that was another trade. But yeah, I initially had a short trade, and then that did get stopped out at entry. Right, that did get stopped out at entry. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going on. So still getting this rise. Again, TP1 mid range of the channel. Um, yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Here's the trade. Make sure you smash that like button as well if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. It really helps me out. Really helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring you this content. I'm got no idea how to pronounce that. Aurensky? Yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. What other cryptos do you trade? Well, primarily Bitcoin. I just love trading Bitcoin so like yeah, swing trading it, day trading it. I find it so easy to trade, to be honest with you. But Ethereum's another one that I like to trade as well, to be honest with you. These are the previous trades that I've taken on Ethereum. I have missed quite a few, to be honest with you. Well, I've missed another one from up here. I have actually been focusing on Bitcoin at the moment. So let's go back. Let's go back to Bitcoin. So yeah, I also like to trade Ethereum. I am going to start looking at some smaller altcoins. I think to start trading as well. Um, yeah, so I'm going to look at them. I need to just like spend an hour, sit down, and look for good altcoins that have some good setups, right? Because for me, Bitcoin just has really nice setups and it respects the setups really, really well. So yeah, before I start trading any other altcoins, really, I want to um, yeah, just sort of see what altcoins would be nice to trade. Um, I'm your first viewer. Maybe you could give me some tips to trade. Yeah, I think you're actually probably my first viewer on Kick, to be honest with you. I can see that I believe you're on Kick. It says you're on Kick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's lots and lots of tips out there, to be honest with you. There is yeah, there's I don't know where to start with that, to be honest with you. There is so much. Of course, I've got the Visionary Discord, where I'm giving literally all of my trades away, and I'm talking about them as well, in the daily market updates. So yeah, if you want, get yourself over there. Lots of valuable information. I'm literally showing you all of the trades that I am taking, and then of course we do have the education as well. Teaching you literally my strategies. I've got the Exo chart episodes coming out this week, hopefully as well. So yeah, that first link in the description, if you want access to that. But yeah, there are a lot of tips, and I guess the first tip that I could give you is don't expect the market to give you anything. I said this a little bit earlier, but yeah, just do not expect the market to ever give you anything. Okay, you need to adapt to the market. You need to, let the market show its hands. Okay, Let the market show you what it wants to do, and then trade off of what the market is telling you to do. Um, that's exactly how how I trade. To be honest with you, I understood here. Yesterday in the live stream. Going back here, this was when I entered into the long trade on the live stream. Okay, so this was, yeah, you can actually go back and you can watch this live stream here, and you can see me entering into that long trade, or you can even go all the way back to the 2nd of May when I entered into the long trade from $59,270. I entered into that trade on live stream. So yeah, go back to the 2nd of May. After you've finished watching this, yeah, that's a good watch as well. Ooh, where are we? So yeah, you can see that I literally just entered into that long trade on that live stream. It was um, yeah, at break even there, and then we did actually end up taking that trade all the way up to the POC, I believe. Okay, so all the way up to, yeah, $67,400 approximately. So we took it from 59 300 ish to 67 400 ish. Yeah, so we took that trade there. So yeah, go back there, and yeah, that will give you a good understanding of why I've entered into a trade there. But yeah, just to give you a brief understanding of it, I was looking at the 8-hour time frame at that moment in time. Um, and basically, I was looking at let's get the parallel channel up. I was looking at a very, very simple range here. Okay. And we had a very, very simple long entry off of the failed auction of range low here. Okay, so we entered into that long trade at, yeah, around $69,300. Okay, and as you can see, oh, we actually took that trade higher. Okay, we actually took it higher than the POC. So yeah, we took that long trade all the way up here. Okay, and of course I entered into that long trade live on stream. So yeah, go back, watch that 2nd of May. What was the timestamp on that? Yeah, about 41 minutes and 30 seconds, let's say. So yeah, that's a good live stream to watch, and you can see, exactly why I've entered into that long trade, and you can see literally me entering into a long trade, which I think is quite helpful, to be honest. But let's see. So I am currently long at this moment in time. We had a nice rise. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. Initially, right, this isn't a great pullback. It's not a great pullback, so we could see continuation higher. But yeah, it's just patience, right? Patience. Okay, I've taken this trade, and I have good risk management, so I understand that if I get stopped out of this trade, it's not going to affect me whatsoever. And yeah, so this is, yeah, so what was it? Yeah, the last six trades that I've taken, five of them have been winning trades. One of them has been a losing trade, right? So, again, that just proves that this does not affect me. Okay, taking a loss here. Okay, if I take a loss here, right, that's five winning trades, two losing trades in the past seven trades that I've taken. So you can see it just doesn't affect me there because my win rate is higher than my losing rate. So yeah, another tip: get your risk management on point. Right, you can have the best strategy in the world. Of course, it's never going to be 100% accurate, but you can have a really good trading strategy, but a terrible risk management strategy, and you can just lose everything. Okay, so risk management is key as well. So you need to have really good risk management, and understand, right, in my head. Okay, I need to write this down at some point. I said I would. I need to write it down at some point. But in my head, right, I have a tier list, okay, of highest probability. Right, all of them on the tier list. First of all, let's understand they are high probability trades. Okay, otherwise they wouldn't be on my tier list. But in those high probability trades, I have I have trades that would be more high probability than others. Okay, and I have like a tier list, and I understand, right? If I see a setup, I instantly know, okay, is this at the top end of my tier list or is this at the bottom end of my tier list? If it's at the top end of my tier list, I will enter with regular capital, okay, my usual capital I will enter in with. If it's to the lower end of my tier list, okay, it's still a high probability trade in my eyes because it's on my tier list, but I will enter with a little bit lower capital, okay. So you need to understand as well that, yes, you see a valid setup. Yes, it's to you, it's um, a high probability trade, okay? But it's a little bit on the lower end of it, okay? So you need to understand that, okay, it's on the lower end of the high probability, so I need to enter with a little bit less risk, okay, by entering with a little bit less capital. Okay, if there's a high probability trade setup and it's at the top of your tier list, okay, that's fine, right? Let's enter in with normal capital. Okay, so that's how I view it. Okay, and of course, this recent price action that we've been having has been another really good example of another tip that you need to be aware of. Right, you need to know when to take profit, and you need to adjust your take profit levels as well as the market adjusts. Okay. When I entered into the long trade back here, okay, I entered into a long trade right here. Okay. I was initially planning to take a TP1 at VWAP here and then take a TP2 at about at $70,700. Okay. But we haven't made it up there. Okay. We haven't made it up there. And I understood here that, okay, we're now range trading. We're getting, a bearish reaction up here. Highest probability move is probably down to range low. Okay, so I'm going to take profit on the long that I entered into here. Okay, and move the stop loss to entry. You can see the proof on the Discord. Okay, I always update the team on what I'm doing. So where did I say this? I have now closed the majority of the long that was open on stream yesterday. I have now also closed 50% of the long from yesterday morning. Okay, so that was this trade here at $67,900. And I closed this at $68,600. Okay, so here I understood, right. My take profits are VWAP and $70,200. But now we're starting to range trade. Okay, let's take profit earlier. Let's take profit earlier so we don't turn this winning trade into a losing trade. Stop loss at entry, completely risk-free trade, right? So you need to also learn when to adjust your take profit points as well. That's another, because again, right, recently the market just hasn't been creating nice price action. Okay, it hasn't been creating nice price action, unlike back here, right? So ignore all of this price action that we've kind of had here, right? This is where it's got really horrible. Okay, ignoring all that, looking at it here, you can visually see, right? We can even go and make it look even prettier, right? We can go into the 12-hour. Just look at how nice this price action is. Look how nice that price action is. And it's so easy to trade price action like that, okay, because you're not getting horrible, choppy price action. It's nice, simple moves, okay? And we took loads of trades during this time, right? I took a long trade from here, right? This was a long trade that I took all the way up to these highs here. What else did I take, right? I took of course, I took the long trade, the short trade from all-time high. There was the short trade from here as well. All of these trades I gave away in the Discord. Okay, I took a short trade from here as well. And you can see after entering into that short trade, just how nice and how big that move was. It was really simple, really easy price action to be trading. And then you look at this price action here, and it's just horrible price action to trade, to be honest with you. But, initially, I understand that I've been through this before. I've extracted profits from the market in situations like this before. So I understand that I can do it again. And, the proof, again, is in the Discord, right? I literally share. This is my trading journal, right? My trading diary. Everything I do, I'm putting in here, right? I'm literally putting it in there. at that time as well. At the time I'm doing it as well. So yeah, the proof is literally there. And yeah, again, I don't hide my losses. I do take losses here and there. It's part of the game. Okay, it is part of the game. It's just about managing your risk and trying to strive for taking more wins than losses. Right. That's the aim of the game. Okay. What else? Is it's going to 70K or 53K? I'm not an influencer, okay? So I will never ever say, Bitcoin's going to all-time high or Bitcoin's going to all, going to the lows of the bear market, right? I'm strictly a trader. I don't care where price is going to go. I just literally trade what the candles are telling me, right? What the charts are telling me, I will trade that. Okay. I don't make predictions on whether we're going to 75K or 53K. I may enter into a trade and I may have a target of $75,000. Okay, but I will never predict, right? That's for influencers and their, flamboyancy to say, right? Yeah, for me, it's just, yeah, I don't do that. I don't like doing that because the majority of the time you are incorrect, and you're pretty much just gambling there. If you're doing that. So for me, I'm just strictly a trader, and I have my take profit points, and maybe sometimes my take profit is 53K, maybe my take profit is 75K. Okay, but I will never like predict that. Thanks, bro. No worries. Nice. Where's the link of the Discord? So yeah, the Discord is at this moment. Yeah, the Discord is like a paid Discord, right? So you do have to click the first link in the description, and it will take you over to this page here where you can gain access to that. We were previously running a 1 day free trial, but yeah, the website that I'm using for some reason has got rid of that. So yeah, I wasn't able to do that any longer. I think I might be able to find a way to do it again, but yeah, this is how you can gain access to that Discord. Of course, you have all of the education as well. But yeah, that's the only way to get access to it. I should probably put a link to the free Discord because, of course, we have a free Discord. But yeah, of course, for all of like my BTC trades, my altcoin trades, I do take some Ethereum trades here and there. So yeah, for any of those, the chats. I think on the free Discord, all you can see is the team profits, right? My profits, YouTube. What else can you see? Join the team. Yeah. So yeah, it is a paid Discord. So yeah, if you want access to that, the link is the first link in the description. But yeah, I mean, it is really valuable, and what I'm trying to do is really focus on the education because, um, looking back and looking at where I am at this moment in time, I don't believe that I'm focusing solely on the education side of things. Um, because it's all well and good me sharing my trades, right? But I also want everybody to learn at the same time as well. So, I've been really thinking of how I can actually make this become really educational and quite interactive as well. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. Of course, at the moment my focus is getting these um, exo chart episodes out, and then after the exo episodes are out, then I can get these strategies where I'm literally going, and this is where I can go through the tier list as well, right? I'm literally putting what I'll be doing is going through trades that I've previously taken and said, right, okay, I've taken this trade. Okay, here's another example of it. Here's another example of it. Okay, so showing you a trade that I've previously taken and then looking at previous examples of when I've taken those trades before as well. The exact same setups, right? And that will be the strategies, right? So, of course, everything that I have at the moment is just kind of like individual, focused on that one individual, bit of theory. And then I want to do some really educational ones, a bit more relaxed, where I'm literally showing you where I've taken these trades and the bits of analysis that I've combined together to give me the confluence to enter into the trade, right? And then, I want to show previous examples, okay? Not just one example. I want to show you like 5 examples of me using this specific strategy, okay? For example here, okay? Let's go out to the 8 hour again and take a look at this long trade that I entered into here, right? This long trade, what was it entered off of? It was entered off of a naked point of control, GP786, with short absorption into the level. Okay, that's why I took this long trade here. Naked point of control, GP786, short absorption. Okay, for me, this is a high probability trade setup. I've entered into the long trade. I'm expecting higher prices. Okay, I enter into trades like this all the time, right? All the time. We can actually, let's just go back here. I'll have to find it on the Discord first, and then I can maybe show you on TradingView if it's easy to find. I just want to get that back there. Yeah, so here's another one, right? We have a daily naked point of control. We had a GP786 and we had short absorption coming into that level. I will only ever look at a GP786 level if we have short absorption. I will never use a GP786 level without absorption, i.e. short absorption or long absorption. But yeah, there was an example. Here was an example as well. I didn't take this one because we front run the level that I was interested in actually taking the long, but that was initially what I was another setup that I was looking for as well. Well, the exact same setup, right? GP786, naked point of control, and yeah, absorption into the level. I'm sure that I'll be able to find another one. Here's another one here. I do like the long. So yeah, this was again, right? This was GP786 absorption. This time we had VWAP. Yeah, that was a nice trade. Just taking a TP1 on the long. So that was a really nice trade as well. Yeah, again here, right? We had VWAP, we had GP786, we had absorption into the level. Okay. Yeah, I took a TP1 on that long trade at the mid range. Okay, so that was a really nice trade there. We had another trade after that. But yeah, is this another one here? Yeah, so this is the one that I showed you. Again, we had naked point of control here, GP786. Here just literally, I'm rinsing and repeating these strategies that I have because I know that they work. But yeah, let's go back down there. So yeah, of course, that's something that I'm looking to do as well. And then yeah, I think maybe like a few times a week as well. I want to focus on covering the trades that I've taken as well during that week. Literally just doing like a trade recap. Because I think that will be really valuable as well. People can ask me questions about it. But yeah, initially, right, I really want to focus on the education side of things so that I can share my knowledge on everything that I know, and then people can, take my knowledge and hopefully implement that into their strategies and help and hopefully help them become, a profitable trader as well. That's the aim, right? Again here, I used to say this a lot. I don't trade head and shoulders patterns. I don't trade triangle patterns. Okay, I don't trade these silly patterns that you see all of these influencers trading. Those are not sustainable trading analysis tools. Okay, they're not sustainable. That's what I did when I first got into trading, and after 2 years of losing, I finally realized, okay, this doesn't work, right? And then I established footprint charts. Okay, this gives you a really, really good understanding of the markets. Okay, really good understanding of the markets. For one example here, let's zoom out. Okay, let's just pick a random example here, right? Look at this, right? Open interest is a really, really valuable tool. Okay, that footprint charts gives you access to. Okay, this rise towards the upside, I call this a weak rise. Why is that? Because open interest is decreasing. Okay, after a weak rise, what is the expectation? Well, the expectation is that you give all of that move towards the upside back. Okay, and that's exactly what happened here. Okay, and that pullback there happened on a increase in open interest. So this is a good pullback. Okay, so we don't initially have to give all of this price action back. Okay, and as you can see, we haven't actually made it back up to 72,000. Okay, because the pullback was good. Okay, the rise towards the upside here has been a good rise, actually, to be honest with you. Then it got weak here, right? The rise here was weak, okay, because we had a decrease of open interest. And then the pullback, okay, was good, right? The pullback was good, right? So, this is how footprints can really help you. It can give you a good understanding of when price is having a good rise or a weak rise or vice versa, a good pullback or a weak pullback. So, this stuff is really valuable and it can really increase your win rate. So yeah, just looking at the long trade here, right? Let's pull up the long trade that I have. $100 in a profit. It's kind of pulling back to entry a little bit here. Again, we can look at order flow here. Let's have a look. Yeah, order flow is not, open interest isn't the best thing. Just look how flat it is at the moment. No, it's not really the greatest thing to be looking at this moment in time. It's not really giving. It's always a good thing to look at open interest, but it's just not really giving us much at the moment. Of course, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm just going to pop to the toilet quick. initially, right, I'm literally going to trade this range until it breaks, right? So the expectation is TP1 here, TP2 here, leave a little bit left in the trade just in case we do get a range break towards the upside. Where from there, I would like to actually look for a short trade to take that back down to possibly range low. Okay, if price is going to continue to range like this, I'm going to continue to trade it. I would have loved to have had a short from here. That would have been my most preferred short. Of course, I would have closed about 80% of that short by now, and then I would still have a little bit left in just in case we do get a move down to $66,115. But unfortunately, I was asleep, and as traders, we have to accept that unless, I'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, you have to accept sometimes you are going to miss trades because you are going to be asleep or you are going to be busy doing something else. Um, there is something that you can do to kind of never miss a trade, but it's a bit unconventional, I think. So what you can actually do is you can, I forgot what the site's called, but there's a website that you can link your trading view to. And um, what you do is you set your alerts as usual. Okay, so let's say range high here. I'll set an alert. Okay, add an alert here. Um, what you can do is actually, first of all, you can get it sent to your email. Okay, so that's what I like to do. I get it sent to my email. So if my alerts go off, it sends me an email. And yeah, I've got like a special noise for it, and then I instantly know, okay, an alert's going off. Right, let's check the computer. But there's something else that you can do as well, where you can actually link your Discord alerts to this website, which will call you. Okay, they'll give you a call, whatever time it is, whenever it is, just literally when your alert goes off, they will give you a call. And if you're asleep, and you have your phone, um, you haven't turned your ringer off, let's say, then it's going to be like an alarm, obviously, isn't it? So you can get a call. They'll give you a call and let you know that your alert has gone off. Of course, I don't think I've never actually used it. I was thinking about using it, to be honest with you, but of course, it's not a real person. I think it must be automated. But yeah, they do give you a call and just let you know really that your alerts are going off, right? Which is handy. I have thought about doing it, to be honest with you, but then I'm thinking I do like my sleep, Then say I set an alert up here, right? Yes, I would make some nice profits, right? But I'll be getting up at 3 o'clock, entering into a trade, moving the stop loss. Yeah, I've thought about it. But yeah, the main reason why I have thought about it is because I understand, that Legendary Vampire here, who's also ready on YouTube. Understand he's from India, if I'm right. If you've got FR Trader here, who's from America, I understand. So yeah, you've got people from all over the place. So I understand that my time zone doesn't always work best for their time zone. So I have thought about doing that. So I will be getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, off of an alert, trading. Taking a trade if I need to. But that's really beneficial to people in America, people in India, if I'm getting the time frame right. So I've been thinking about doing that, but I also understand that I do really like my sleep as well. But I'm trying to provide the best service as possible. The best education as possible. I fully understand that I'm not there yet. I've got a lot of growing to do, but I honestly truly believe that I can get there and I can provide the best education for traders out there. Because I am a prime example of how you can become a profitable trader from being a trader who would constantly lose money, right? I am a prime example of that, and I feel like yeah, I feel like sharing my knowledge is just something that I should do. Um, and I enjoy it as well. I can't sit here and say trading is the most fun thing in the world, because it's not. Right at this stage where I am, I just have no emotion in this market anymore. Um, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it creeps in a little bit. I don't, of course, I never let it affect my trades. But I've done this for so long now that I just don't really have any emotion in it. It's not really like fun. The adrenaline isn't there, like it used to be when I got a big win, right? It isn't there. I don't celebrate wins. Um, exactly like I don't dwell on losses, right? If I hit a loss, I shrug it off. Okay, and I understand that, the chances of the next trade being profitable are very high. Okay, because I understand that my win rate is high. Um, so yeah, I just feel like I'm like a really good example of how you can become a profitable trader from losing loads of money. Um, yeah, trading silly head and shoulders patterns. The amount of head and shoulders patterns that I've traded, and I've shouted at the screen and said, "Why are you not working? You're supposed to work." I think I've just stepped on a thorn. And that's when ah, what even was that? That's when I expected the market to give me something. I think I've got some thorns underneath my desk. That really hurt my finger. Um, yeah. So let's get a move back up here. I'm not expecting it to come straight up to the range high. Of course, it takes its time. It's another big thing within trading, right? Patience. Patience. You need to have patience. I never used to have patience within trading, and yeah, that lost me a lot of money as well. Patience is the key to success. You're not going to become rich overnight trading. I can promise you that. I learned the hard way. But also, it can come a lot quicker than you think. You know, small, consistent gains slowly turn into big, big, big gains, right? So, yeah, it's all about staying consistent, and it's all about the little wins, okay, not those big, huge wins, right? I'm not thinking of 10K profit in a trade, okay? I'm not thinking about that, right? I'm thinking about, $1,000. Recently I've had a few $4,000 in a profit trades, okay? I'm thinking of those over a consistent period of time will eventually build up to that, okay? Um, so yeah, just small wins, right? Small wins. Anyway, I've been live for about an hour now. Are there any more questions? I'll be happy to answer any questions if anyone's got any questions. If not, I'm probably going to head off. And of course, I will update the team on the Discord if there are if there's anything to update them with this trade, of course. Because yeah, of course, I said here going to continue to trade the range until it breaks. Right, that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, no more questions. Right, I'll probably leave it there then. Yeah, so like yesterday, remember I entered into that long trade yesterday on the live stream, and I just let it play out. And as you can see, it came up to range high, which was initially the target. So I took some really nice profit off of that trade, as you can see here. Um, and yeah, same idea here, right? I've entered into this long trade at the start of the stream, and yeah, expectation is range high. We'll see how it plays out, right? We'll regroup tomorrow for the live stream, and we'll see how it plays out. Of course, the visionary members, yeah, of course, I'll keep you updated there, as I always do. But if you want access to the visionary Discord, where I give all of my trades away, click the first link in the description. It'll take you over to this page here, where you can gain access to the Discord, the education, and of course the templates for ExoChart as well. So yeah, make sure you take advantage of that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Yeah, good to see some new faces here as well. But yeah, see you later, guys, and yeah, have a good evening here from the UK, or morning, or